So we'll go ahead and get started right now. And it's going to be recorded like always. So even if people hop on late, they can always catch the beginning of it when I post the recording. But I wanted to, me and Sammy were talking earlier, and we were just talking about pretty much everything business and everything that has to do with our business. And I asked Sammy if she could come on here, not only because we had like some really good conversations, but she just went to a One Team One mission, and I know a lot of you guys know that we're having one on Thursday. So I would love if Sammy kind of went over some of the stuff that she heard while she was at the One Team One mission, just so you guys kind of get a feel for how amazing these One Team One missions are, and how like motivational they are, and how like they literally just like light your fire, like with every single event that you go to. And I feel like some people think like One Team One missions aren't as important just because we have them more often than like, conference or whatever, but it's any type of event that literally continuously lights my fire and keeps me going in this business. And I can tell you one thing, and I can tell you from example, that the second you stop staying connected, and the second that you start to feel like those events don't mean anything, is the second your business is going to start to fall apart. And it literally happens like lightning speed. Like, it's crazy. So staying connected is obviously one of the main things that we always push as leaders, because we know what happens when you disconnect and when you kind of fall off. So let's talk One Team One mission. Let's talk motivation, because I don't care, which rank you're at. We are all going to get to a spot, whether you just joined or whether you've been in this for 3 years like me. We're all going to get to a spot where we feel stuck, and where we, I guess, just question if this business is right for us, or if we're doing the right thing, or if we're saying the right things, or if we're in the right place. And it's not going to be just you. You're not only going to feel this one time, you're probably going to go through this multiple times, because I've felt like that multiple times. I know Sammy has, and it's normal. Like, the quicker that you realize that you are going to there's going to be hills and valleys in this business. You're going to have really high highs and really low lows. And the quicker that you realize that comes with the territory, the quicker that you will be able to know what to do when you are in those lows, and know what to do to get you out of that, to get you back on that uphill climb to your promotion or to your bigger paycheck or whatever it may be. So take it away, Sammy.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I do want to say I like One Team One. I mean, I love conference. I've never been to a green carpet yet, but conference definitely lit a huge fire. I was so emotional. But I actually love One Team One missions. Like, those are the events that really get me going, and here's why. Most of the time, I've been to a few. Most of the time, they're small, and you actually can it's more intimate, I think, and I just get more out of it, because after this one Sunday, there's one leader in North Carolina. Her name is Alicia Waters. She's a presidential diamond. I went to one of hers when I had just hit Ruby, and I loved her. And then I got on the cruise, and I actually met her on the cruise. So now she's not my upline at all. But since I go to all of her One Team One missions, it's nothing. I can just go up to her and ask her advice, whatever. I just love them. I think getting to those events are so important. And maybe you can't afford to get a conference ticket yet, or to go to Florida and stay for a week to really fill your cup. So that's why you need to get to One Team One missions. My ticket for this one was only $12. There's no excuse. And I was actually about to not go, because I was my husband's about to leave for a month. I could be spending this Sunday with him, with the kids, having family time. But I'm no, I need to go to this One Team One mission, because eventually It Works is going to get my husband out of the Army. So he's not going to have to leave for a month, and I can spend every single day with him and my family. So I'm glad I went. And we got a lot of good training tips, how to build our business and stuff. But the most important thing I got was that nobody can do this for you, you guys. And I'm just going to get real with you. I have spent the last year in my business not promoting. I promoted to Diamond in September. I have not promoted since then. Not promoting, and here's why. I've been waiting on my team to do it for me. I've been watching other people and getting jealous when I see people promote that have been in less time than me or whatever. There are people who have been joined the same month I did, Ashley Olive, and she's like top way up there, and she's an ambassador diamond. So I struggle with like comparing myself to everybody. I gotta stop that. Like, you need to focus on you. I don't know if you guys are religious, but God has a plan for each and every one of us. My journey is not Whitney's journey or Chris's journey. We're all going to promote at different times. Whitney joined and went diamond like the next day. Like, it was so easy for her. And she's one of my very good friends, but I remember thinking, oh, why is it so easy for Whitney? And then here I am, like, struggling so bad. That's Whitney's journey. That's not my journey. So I think the first thing you need to do is change your mindset. I think mindset is everything in this business. And we were talking about that earlier. Lisa, do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah. So me and Sammy were just pretty much talking and being like 100% real. That's the beauty about this business too, you guys, is we're not in this alone. And even though Sammy is a diamond on my team, I get such a sense of relief and such a sense of just satisfaction and just like talking to her, even though, like, you know, we build our businesses differently and we are going through different things with our business. Like, we're not going after the same promotion, but we are going after the same dream. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're an executive, it doesn't matter if you're a distributor. Staying connected, no matter who it is, it doesn't even have to be me. And just like Sammy said, it doesn't even have to be someone on your downline. Like, just find someone that inspires you and motivates you and that can keep you in that same mindset, because mindset is literally everything. And Sammy said earlier, she's like, I remember when someone said that, like, I remember thinking like, that shit is so corny. And she literally said that. She's like, but it's so true. And it is so true. It sounds so cliche to say, but literally your mindset is everything. You can build yourself a substantial business just by the mindset that you're in, but you can also tear down a business that you've worked so hard to build just by the mindset that you're in. And it's the same thing. There's no reason why you can join this business and get one loyal customer, but you can't get 100. There's no reason why you can join this business and get one distributor, but you can't get 100. It has 100% to do with your mindset and the way that you are. Sammy asked me, she's like, how did you go double? How did you go triple? What were you doing? Were you doing that I'm not doing? And I told her, I was like, honestly, it was my mindset. And I remember when I went diamond, I was so far away from double, like so far away. The girl that I needed to go emerald, she was an executive at the time. And I was like, there's no way that I'm going to make this. There's no way. I went double in 27 days. And it was just because I was literally on fire. I remember thinking like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to do this because I'm so far. But even if I don't do it this month, like, I am just so excited that I'm getting that much closer. And it's that excitement. It's that what you have to start doing, because I've been in many, many funks since I've been in this. This is 3 years, you know, it's not 3 months. So I've been in this for a while, and I've had very low lows, but I've also had very high highs. In those low lows, you have to find whatever it is that's going to pull you out of it. Because I can guarantee you, if you don't start to shake it off and come out of that funk, you're literally just going to keep going downhill. And the longer you go downhill, the harder it's going to be to pull yourself out. And before you know it, you're going to be a couple months later and you have to start from scratch, because literally your whole team fell apart because you decided to take a couple months off. And it's so true. It can take you a year to build your business, but the second you stop being present in it, and the second you stop caring about your business and nurturing that business, it's going to crumble. It is going to crumble 100%. And it happens to all of us. So I'm not saying that you're not going to have to rebuild, because everyone is going to have to rebuild. Literally everyone will have to rebuild at one point or another. It's just the business. The people that I promoted to diamond with, only one of them is still here working this business. Out of there's 27 people that make up a diamond, right? 1%. That's it. One person. So think of that. The same people I promoted to double with, those were not the same people that I promoted to triple with, and they're probably not the same people that I promoted to presidential with. People were going to quit. And Sammy said, you know what? I remember she said earlier, she's like, you know what? I think I've just come to the realization that people are going to quit, and I just have to suck at a position of knowing how they're taking me with them. That's literally all it comes down to. People are going to quit. Hold on. Okay, sorry. People are going to quit. Hold on. Oh, okay. I wonder what the heck happened. Okay, so people are going to quit. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in your first year, in your second year, when you're a diamond, when you're a double, when you're a triple, when you're a presidential, when you're an ambassador. It happens all the time. You can't let them take you with them. There's no reason why, just because someone else is willing to walk out on their business, why would that make you walk out on yours? It shouldn't. Your dreams and your ambitions and your goals and your family or whatever it is that you're fighting for should be that much stronger than anyone else's excuses or reasons that they're leaving this business.
That was like the biggest thing I struggled with, I think, is that me and Whitney and Tatiana were talking about this on the way home from the One Team One Mission. We start out the month so pumped, and we're like, August is going to be life-changing, like, let's kill it, blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing you know, it's the 15th, and, you know, nothing's really happening, and then everybody falls off. And then my problem was I was still pumped, but then my team wasn't. And so I let my team, like, oh, man, like, discourage me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went live on our team page the other day, and I just said, I want every single one of you to be diamond and above. I want all of us to be ambassador diamond, but I can't make you want it. And that's the thing I struggle with. I'm like, I want you to be a millionaire. I want you to be a millionaire. But if they don't want it, you got to let them go. I don't want to be shooting for, you know, ambassador diamond one day and being like, oh my God, please get to presidential diamond. You guys should just want to get to presidential diamond. And I told them, you know, if you don't want to, I am sure that there is somebody out there that is willing to work their ass off to be making, you know, what, $16,000 a month? And so I said, okay, from here on out, I'm running because my kids are worth it, my husband's worth it, my family's worth it. If you guys want to sit on the bench, that's okay, but I'm not going to sit with you anymore. Like, let's go. And I had 5 people on my team message me and say, I'm running with you. That's all I need. I only need 5 people who want to be ambassador. So that's fine with me. And the 5 of us are just going to kick ass, and that's fine.
And at the end of the day, I say this often too, I'm not going to force money in anyone's pockets. I want this for anyone and everyone who wants it too, because that's the beauty about this business. Just helping other people get successful doesn't take anything away from you, doesn't take anything out of your pocket. In fact, it helps fill your pocket that much more just by helping fill other people's pockets. And like Sammy said, no one should force you to be presidential. You should want to be a presidential because you want the freedom that comes with it, or you want to be a triple, or you want to be a double or diamond, whatever it may be. I started this business for $200, $200. So anything that I make over that a month is 1,000% a blessing. And like Sammy said, whether it's your religious or whatever it may be, like you need to find whatever it is that's going to pull you out of that funk. I know Sammy is religious. I'm very faith driven too. And when I have my bad times, or when I'm feeling like I don't know what to do or where to turn, I know that it's because I'm, falling away from my faith and not being as connected as I was before. That's the thing that I know that I need to change. I need to get back to where I was before. And it all has to do with mentality. Literally everything has to do with mentality and whether you think that you deserve this. So if you're in a funk, if you're feeling like maybe this isn't for you, the one tip that I have for you is every day when you think of something negative, you need to replace that with something positive, whatever it may be. If you think I'm never going to get a distributor, do not think that. You need to immediately think there's no reason why I can't get a distributor. I'm offering the opportunity of a lifetime. Don't ever make the opportunity that you're offering, don't ever like belittle that, because that's huge. Look at all the people just on my downline alone whose lives have completely changed, whether it's being able to pay for daycare without having to juggle bills, or being able to fill up their cars with gas, or being able to take vacations, buy a house, whatever it may be. That's huge. And it's not something that you should feel ashamed of or feel like you're like feel bad for offering people. And Sammy said too, she's like, I kind of had to just get over myself. And you were like, what did you say? You're like, and if they say no, who gives a shit? Then they say no.
Exactly. I feel like I did that. Like, I was so scared that people would say no, but honestly, that's not going to kill me. It's not. They say no. I cry about it for a minute because I'm just super emotional and I get my feelings hurt. I cry about it for a minute and then I wipe my tears and I just go to the next person until somebody says yes. Somebody's bound to say yes eventually. And who knows, that person that says yes might be a huge runner, might be the person that completely changes our team. Like, I don't know. So I have to keep asking. And also, I am super guilty of making my why my excuse, like big time. This year has been like super hard. I had a baby. I was trying to adjust to having 2 kids under 2. It's stressful, but at the same time, you know, I would be like, I can't go to that 1-to-1 mission. I have 2 kids. I can't go blitzing. I have 2 kids I have to drag around. Okay, well, why am I doing this for those 2 kids? Like, why am I all of a sudden making them my excuse when they're the reason why I need to be working so hard? You know?
It's very easy to do that. And I think that's the easiest thing. The easiest thing is to say, you want to join this business and be successful so you can be home with your kids, but then let your kids be the reason why you can't go to meetings, so you can't do that. Same thing with any other reason. Say you want to join because you want to give your husband some relief and him not have to work all the time, but then you can easily be on the other end and say, well, I can't work this business because my husband's always at work and I don't have any help. Your reason for working this business can easily be the reason why you don't succeed in this business if you let it. And if you stay in that mindset, you're going to have to sacrifice, especially in the beginning. There were so many times where my husband was off and I was at a wrap party. And the reason why I was doing this was to be able to spend more time with my husband and kids. But yet I was at a wrap party when he was home with the kids. But it was only because I knew as long as I kept doing what I was doing, I was going to be able to get to a point where the only wrap parties I had to do were launch parties for my downline, because I didn't need that wrap cash anymore because my commission check more than covered the bills that we have or whatever it may be. But you're going to have to make sacrifices. You have to, especially as an entrepreneur. I love that saying that goes, what does it say? We do now what others won't, so later we can do things others can't, or something like that. And it's true. In the beginning, you're going to have to do a lot more than you get paid for, but give it a year, give it 2 years, give it 3 years, give it 4 years, give it 5 years. You're going to be getting paid so much more than you even deserve or that you even work towards. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's so many people that underestimate or they overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can do in a decade. Like, can you imagine in 10 years, if you keep going, if Sammy keeps going, Whitney keeps going, like where we're going to be? Like, it's so crazy. It blows my mind, because at the end of the day, I don't care if it takes me 10 years to get to ambassador, because if I was still stuck at that salon, there would never, ever, ever be a month where I would walk away making over 30 grand. Wouldn't happen. It would not happen. So though, whether it takes me 10 years invested, 15 years invested, I don't care. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it for my future, for my kids' future, for my husband's future, not just for this month. Hold on. Someone messaged. Chris, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi. Out loud.
Okay. Did you go to that 1-to-1 mission?
No, Garrett's sick and dying.
I know Whitney went, so I'm going to unmute Whitney real quick.
All right.
Hi, Whitney.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I thought this was at 9:30, and then
I know.
Sammy messaged me. I was like, oh no.
I updated it, but because I want to make sure that we're off like at least by 6:30 so everyone can hop on Danielle's, because she only has 200 spots for the Ruby one.
Yeah.
So I made it earlier just so we could be done by then. But I know you went to the One Team Mission, and you sent me a nice little text message after, so I know that it lit your fire for sure.
Yes, it did. I love Alicia Waters. She's awesome.
What do you think? Like, what do you think was the best thing that you took away from that?
The best thing I took away, like, I needed to go to a One Team One Mission for sure, because I have been in a rut. Like, I've been like, I'm not enrolling 7 distributors a month like I was in the beginning, or 7+ distributors and so many loyal customers and whatever. But I just realized that, I mean, I'm the one that's not, like, I'm the one that's hurting my own business, because I'm not working it like I should. I'm not working it like a business. Like, I'm just like, oh, well, it'll be here. Like, I can do, like, I'm not posting like I should. I'm not messaging people like I should. I'm not following up, like, it's nothing that anyone else is doing besides me. And I mean, I knew that, but I just still wasn't like making changes to make, like, I don't know how to word it. You guys know I'm terrible at talking.
You have to do something, but then you're like,
like what? I don't want to. I'm like, I'll do it later, or like, I just would never do it. So, and I'm like, that day I messaged like all my team, and I was like, what are you doing to better your business? Like, what are you doing right now, today? Like, what's going on? And everyone messaged me back, and like, I mean, these are the people that are working that I messaged. Like, I've already let go of the people that aren't even working or running an auto shipment. Like, they're already gone. Goodbye. If they want to come back, then okay, sure. But I mean, there's only a handful of people that are still in this, and that's fine with me, because like Sammy said, you only need 5 people that are wanting to get to ambassador. And so that's what I took away from it. I mean, just realizing that I am the only one that can control my business personally. So,
and yeah, Whitney is a diamond. Sammy is a diamond. Sammy went diamond in what, like 3 months of working your business?
Yeah.
Whitney went diamond in 7 months. Like, that's quicker than I would. It took me 9 months to go diamond. So obviously they know what they're doing, but I want you guys to see, like, that it's not just you. Don't ever feel like it's just you, because I can guarantee you we all go through this. Every single person does, especially when it comes to a business like this, where we don't have a boss hovering over our shoulder telling us you have to do this, this, and this. You have to post 4 times a day. You have to reach out to your potentials. You have to message the people that are liking and commenting on your photos. We don't have a boss telling us to do that. So the productivity when it comes to working our business is 100% up to us. But then our paycheck is also 100% up to us. And that's something that I feel like people forget, because it's so easy to be like, oh, damn, I didn't post today, I'll post tomorrow. And then a week later, you're like, holy shit, I haven't posted since the beginning of the week. It's so easy to fall off because we don't constantly have a boss looking over our shoulder telling us you need to blitz 5 people a day or I'm going to fire your ass. Our business doesn't work like that. Which is
it's really easy to be like, well, no one else on my team is even signing anything, like blah 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 blah. No, like, what are you signing? Who are you signing up? Like
you have to be the runner in order to get a runner. And I think that's why I'm looking at my time. Oh my God, we were on such fire this time last year. I just decided to work, and in return, I was running, so I got my runner, Whitney. And then Whitney was running. But then I stopped running. So then it's like, what happened? I can't get any runners because what am I doing? It takes action from me. My team's I feel like my team is a direct reflection of what I'm doing.
Oh, 1,000%. I literally feel I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys right now. anytime that I feel like I'm in a funk, it's kind of like a chain reaction, because then I get messages from Sammy, I get messages from Whitney, I get messages from Daniela. Like, it's literally a chain reaction. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. That's a good thing because as soon as I light my fire and as soon as I'm back ready to go, it's a chain reaction, and so is everyone else. All my other runners start to like light up, and it starts to become like crazy season. But when I start to lose my fire and I start to lose that thunder and that passion, it's also a chain reaction too. So it's so easy to sit there. It's so easy, just like Whitney said, like to be like, well, no one else. Oh, Hannah has her goat. I just saw it. It's so easy to.
Oh.
She talked about it forever. Now it's right there. Where's my goat?
She's so cute.
Mine's not a goat. Mine's a little rat. But it's so easy to sit there and say, like, well, so-and-so's not working her business. She's not fighting to go Ruby. She's not fighting to go executive. She's not fighting to go Emerald, Diamond, Double, whatever. So why the hell am I going to work my ass off? At the end of the day, this is our business. And the reason why you get those above average paychecks is because you're working your business and you're the one enrolling. You're the one banking all of those fast start bonuses. You're the one making all of those cab bonuses. You reap the benefits 100%, regardless of what everyone else is doing. It's your money. It's your business. And no one can make you fail at this business, and no one can make you succeed at this business other than yourself. And literally that's like the hardest thing, because at the end of the day, who wants to sit there and be honest with themselves and tell them, and just be real with yourself and say, like, damn, I literally fell off. And the reason why my check dropped $100, $1,000, $2,000 is because I haven't been doing shit. I have not been doing anything. When was the last time I went to a meeting? When was the last time I messaged anyone? When was the last time I rapped anyone? It's not fun to do that. It's not fun to sit there and be real with yourself. No one likes to do that. No one wants to feel like they're letting not only their family down, but their team down. That's not a good feeling. But at the end of the day, if you want to grow your business and you want to get closer to that next promotion, that's what has to happen. We have to get real with ourselves, and we have to realize what we're doing wrong and what were we doing when we were booming and what aren't we doing right now.
I was talking to Lexi the other day, and I was talking about going double diamond, and I was like, it'll happen someday. And she was like, no. Don't talk like that. Don't say someday. Like, take the action. And like, yes, it's easy to be like, oh my God, I want to be an ambassador diamond by this time next year. Okay, but you have to do the work to back that up. And that's like my biggest thing. I have a problem with being like all talk, and then when it comes down to doing it, I'm like scared as hell. And I'm like, that can wait. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You have to take action. You have to like clock in to get paid.
And you're never going to get a diamond paycheck working like an executive or working like a brand new distributor. It's not going to happen.
Right.
I wish it was that easy, but it's not going to happen. You have to put in the work. No one will ever get paid for something that they didn't do. I mean, that's a lie. Sometimes people just luck out and get in spots. But aside from that,
Shots fired.
What'd you say? Who said that?
Good shots fired.
But you know what I mean. Like, aside from that, Kristen, when you was laughing. Okay, aside from that. But you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, you're not going to get paid for
I can't.
You didn't do.
I'm sorry. Like, immediately I could. Oh my God. Okay. That's why I'm mute. I'm too feisty for this right now.
Take work, and it's going to take effort, and it's going to take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But I can guarantee you it's going to be so worth it. When Chris promoted to double, when Whitney promoted to diamond, when Sammy promoted to diamond, when Danielle promoted to diamond, all the emerald promotions, all the ruby promotions, I can guarantee you if you ask anyone who has ever promoted, the day that they promoted, if all of it was worth it? And the answer is always going to be yes, 100%. The difference is not forgetting that feeling of you did it, that feeling of all the work that you did was for that moment, for that paycheck, whatever it may be, whether it's fixing your car, buying new sofas, getting a TV, whatever it is, all that work that you did was for that. So don't ever forget that moment, because that motivation is what's going to push you to Ruby. It's what's going to push you to Emerald and Diamond and so on and so forth. It's all about mindset. And when Sammy was like, what was it that helped you promote? It was 100% mindset. And I told Sammy this earlier, and I was like, I don't know why I always let go of that mindset, and I always end up kind of in a rut, in a funk. And I feel like maybe it's just human, because I know that I'm not the only one that goes through that. And I know if you guys are in a funk right now, it's certainly not going to be your last, that's for sure. And we can all tell you that it happens. You're going to have some really high highs and some really low lows. And that's only because you care. And I always tell people, don't ever feel bad for caring, because you want this to work. That's not something you should feel bad about. That's not something that you should be ashamed of, that you're in a rut. The only reason I get sad and I get down on myself is because I want this so bad. That's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to go Ruby or Emerald or whatever rank it may be. But it is going to take some work on our part, whether it's looking at what we've done so far with our business and being 100% honest with ourselves and asking the tough questions, like, what are you doing? What have you done? What work have you put into your business? If you feel like you should already be a Ruby and you've been in this for a couple months, what work have you done that should make you a Ruby? What is it? What work have you done that you feel like you deserve to be an executive? Because it's going to take work. It doesn't happen overnight. That's for sure. Let's see. Oh, that's all the notes I have. Do you guys have any?
I'm definitely on here.
I
think it's an important conversation to have, because I feel like people get in ruts and then they just quit because they don't think that this is for them.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Like people look at like ambassadors and presidentials and triples and doubles and diamonds and think that it's already set for them, like that they're good. They don't have to worry about anything. They don't have to stress, that it's already done for them. And that's so not the case. Even today, sometimes I still question. I'm like, is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And I feel like it's just human nature. And me, like, I get down. I'm fairly hard on myself, and I'm a very emotional person. So when I'm like happy, I'm happy. But when I'm sad, I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's very hard for me to like kind of be the rational person, because I am very emotional and I lead my life with emotions, whether it's parenting or my marriage or being a mom, whatever it may be. I'm super emotional. So when it comes to those down times, I do get really down. And sometimes I do question, like, was I just like a one-hit wonder? Like, I only went triple and that was it. But at the end of the day, and it sounds so stupid to even say that, because I only ever wanted to be an executive. So sitting here and being able to promote to Triple Diamond in less than 2 years of starting my business, that alone should be something that I'm so proud of. And Sammy went Diamond in 3 months. That alone should be enough to keep her going. But we're human and we fall into funks, and we, wear burdens on our shoulder and feel like, oh, if this person's not succeeding, it's because of us. Or if this person's not succeeding, it's because of us. When at the end of the day, you guys have to realize that you cannot work everyone's business for them. It just doesn't, you can't do it. I wish I could make everyone a freaking diamond. I'd be an ambassador by now, but that's not the case. We can't work our business. We can't work our business and then work everyone else's business. It's impossible. It is 100% impossible. So we need to just get back to a point and worry about what we're doing. Talk to the people who want this, stay in communication with them, do whatever they need us to do in order for them to be good and work their business, and let go of the ones who don't want it, because it's so much easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead. So if distributors are done and they're not responding, whatever, let them go. Find a new one, because it's so much easier to find a new one than it is to try and revive someone who is dead. It's not going to happen. Sometimes they'll come back. If they do, that's amazing. This business will work for anyone who's willing to work it. And sometimes it's just not their time. Like Monique, she's an emerald. She joined my business when I was about, I think I was an emerald, or maybe I was a diamond. And she was in for a while and then she quit. A whole year passed. She decided to come back. Boom, she went emerald within like 4 months. So timing is a lot of it too. Just because it's not their time right now, that's fine. Work with someone else who it is their time. They're the ones that you need to be pouring into, not everyone else. So kind of like Whitney said, I messaged the people that were working. Perfect. There's no need to message anyone else that doesn't want this business, because the only thing it's going to do is it's going to stress you out and it's going to bring you deeper into that funk, and it's never going to help you get out of it. We just need to find the people that are on the same page with you. Like me and Sammy were talking. Sammy's like, I want this. And I'm like, dude, I want it too. So let's stop being little freaking crybabies. Let's wipe the dust off and let's get our ass to work. That's all it comes down to. Yes, it sucks that Sammy wishes she was already a double. Yes, it sucks that I'm not a presidential yet, but at the end of the day, it's no one else's fault but my own, because it's 100% my business. That presidential check is 100% mine. So whose job is it to go after it? Mine. No one else's. Mine. Mine. If I need 7 more distributors, I need to get 7 more distributors. Just like Sammy said, she was waiting on her team to do for her. We will all be in a spot like that. We will all feel like, well, if they're not working, I'm not going to work either. Don't ever let someone else who's not working determine your paycheck. Are they going to pay your bills? Are they going to buy you your new car, or get you new tires, or whatever it may be? It's so easy. It's so easy to fall into a funk, and it's so much harder to pull yourself out of it. But I can guarantee you the outcome of staying in a funk and pulling yourself out of it, there's only one of those that's going to help you do better in life. And it's pulling yourself out of the funk. And it's not easy. And you're going to go through it multiple times. But like I said, you need to find whatever it is that's going to pull you out of it. And I think for Sammy and Whitney, it was that one team on mission. They caught that fire again. And unfortunately, we weren't able to go to green carpet. So that's kind of like my midpoint to get me through the rest of the year is green carpet. So conference always lights my fire in January. Well, last year was in February, or this year was in February. And then I have green carpet mid-year to get me through the end of the year. I didn't have green carpet this year. I wasn't able to go because my brother was being deployed for 6 months to the Middle East. But there's a one team, one mission on Thursday. And those are just as motivating. Those are just as informative and helpful in getting you on the right path and getting you back in that mindset of working your business. And
especially with Ashley Sinclair, I would die to go to that one team one mission. Like, I looked at plain
awesome
for that one team one mission.
You will laugh the entire time.
Hilarious. She's so funny. But just take advantage. And I get that people have jobs, and I get that people have kids, and I get that people have other obligations. Everyone does. No one joins this business because they have all this free time. No one does. I don't know a single person who said, I'm going to do this business because I have nothing else to do. Not a single person. It comes down to priorities, and whether this business is a priority or not. That's all it's going to come down to. So, do you guys happen to have any other questions? Hold on.
All right, no more funks. Let's do this.
Seriously. Like, honestly, let's work together. Like, I don't care if I don't even know you. If you're, like, motivated and inspired, please talk to me.
Yeah.
Because that inspires me. Like, I think if we all work together, no matter what downline we're on, I think it's going to help us all so much.
And I feel like if we get into a place where, like, we're all talking and we're all communicating and we're all, like, being active, and whether it's on our team page or whatever it may be, or Zoom or anything, it just makes everything that fires everyone up that much more. Like, I want us to have a freaking team like Tiffany Her, where everyone is literally on fire all the time. Like, they're always excited, they're always communicating, they're always showing up. That's the kind of team that I want us to be. I want us to be like freaking kick-ass rock stars, where I have like 30 ambassadors on my downline. Like, that is amazing. That is so amazing.
That is amazing.
That
All right, guys, Jose has to go to sleep, so
Toodle.
gotta go.
But I'm gonna mute Whitney. But yeah, we need to just, if you're in a funk, you need to communicate with people, whether it be your upline, your sideline, whoever it may be. You have to stay connected. And the same thing with us as leaders. I know me and Sam are going to work that much harder to try and make sure that everyone does feel like we're connected and that we're Zooming and being an active or whatever it may be. If you guys really, really want this, then let's stop bullshitting and let's make it happen. There's no reason why there's other people going ambassador in a year, 2 years, 3 years, and we can't do it. There's literally no other reason other than we need to be real with ourselves. And if we're going to set some goals, we need to make sure that we are putting in as much effort that's needed in order to set those goals. If you want to go diamond, it's going to take work. And all of us who promoted to diamond can tell you it wasn't a walk in the park. We've had some stressful nights. We've cried together. We've laughed together. We've screamed together. Like, it's not easy, but I can guarantee you on the 16th when your diamond check is deposited, it's going to all be worth it, 100%. So let's just make this happen. There's no reason why we can't. And I am so excited for what's happening. Like, I am so excited. So I hope you guys are going to be there. It's already 6:34, so I'm going to end this here so you guys can have more than enough time to hop on Danielle Mahar's Ruby training. I'm going to hop on too. I'm going to try to so I can record it for the people who aren't going to be able to get on. But if you guys have any questions, you can message any one of us. We're all here to help. And I'll see you guys Thursday. If you're going.
Bye.
Bye, guys.